Hello, baseball fans. This is King Ikibu coming to you live from the south side of Chicago, Comiskey Park, where we will play the Strat-o-matic version of the Chicago White Sox series in the 1960-1968 challenge. This is Game 7. This is for all the marbles for the White Sox. The series is tied 3 games for the 1930 White Sox and 3 games for the 1968 White Sox. So this is for bragging rights. Let's see the lineups for the 1930 White Sox. Leading off and playing first base, Johnny Watwood. Batting second and playing third base, Willie Cam. Batting third, the left fielder, Carl Reynolds. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Smead Jolly. Batting fifth, the catcher, Benny Tate. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Bill Sissel. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Red Barnes. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Johnny Kerr. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher, Ted Lyons. Your lineup for the 1968 White Sox, leading off and playing shortstop, Luis Aparicio. Batting second, the second baseman, Sandy Alomar Sr. Batting third, the third baseman, Pete Ward. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Tommy McCraw. Yes, Tommy. I was going to say Tug McGraw, but it's Tommy McCraw. Batting fifth, the catcher. The C's are so small in this game, I get the center fielder and the catchers confused. The catcher, Dwayne Josephson. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Leon Wagner. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Tommy Davis. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Ken Berry. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher, Joe Horlin. And we will get this game underway. Why do you have any more preliminaries? You came for the game. You can't come or didn't tune in to hear me yap. So let us go. It's on the 6th. It's on Horlin's 6 card. And there's a base hit for Johnny Watwood already. If he rolls a 5 or less, it's a triple. And he rolls a 13, so it's a base hit. And it's off Horlin's card. So Watwood is at first. Let's make sure we have the game preferences correct. I think they're both okay, so I have to manage both. So we will hold him. We'll hold him on. And Willie Cam is up, and he is a excellent number 2 man. He bunts very well, and he also hit and runs. So what will we do here? First inning, we'll just let him swing away. Corners are in. It's on Horlin's card again, and we hit the same one. So once again, 1-5. No, this one's 1-7 is a triple. A little bit better. And it's a 7. He hits it deep into the gap. And Barry will not get to this one. Watwood is going to score, and Willie Cam, once again, instead of bunting, he hits a triple. And the 1930 White Sox are ahead 1-0. Here's Carl Reynolds. 359 hitter, 22 home runs, 104 RBIs. Horlin in trouble already. We don't bring the infield in, no. Well, you got to get the out. So it's on the 4. And it's on his card again, although it's 6. 6 or less is a hit. 14, it is a ground ball. And offense must decide to send or hold the runner at third. We will hold with nobody out. And there's one away. Here's Smead Jolly. Smead Jolly, 313 hitter with 16 home runs and 114 RBIs. Do we bring the infield in now? It's the first inning, no. It's on Smead's card, but there's not much there. There's a fly ball. It could be a sacrifice fly. Ken Berry has an average arm. Yes, we'll try to advance. Here's the throw. And he is safe at home. 2-0 for the 1930 White Sox. So they jump to the big advantage here in Game 7. Benny Tate is up with nobody on. Tate is a 312 hitter, and there's some stuff there. But it's on the shortstop, Aparicio. who in every other game that I've seen is like a #1 shortstop, except for Strat-o-matic, he's a #2, which is interesting. And look at that, bounced right up to the top, so it's a base hit, no error. And Aparicio doesn't get to the ball. If he would have been a 1, he probably would have got to that ball. Yes, a 1 with G3, he would have been out. But because Strat-o-matic put him as a 2, it's a base hit. Here's Bill Sissel, 271 hitter, 2 home runs, 48 RBIs in 1930. Here's the pitch to Sissel. He has 1 right in the middle. #7 is good, rest are bad. And it's an 8. So it's a ground ball, should end the inning. Aparicio tosses it to second for the force, and half an inning, 2-0, 1930 White Sox. Here is Luis Aparicio facing Ted Lyons. Ted Lyons was a 22-15 record, 3.78 ERA. And his card looks better than Horland's did. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's on the good column. The #4 once again. And Luis Aparicio doubles to lead off the game into the gap. Barnes goes back, doesn't reach it, and Aparicio makes it easily to second base. So the 68 White Sox are not going to lie down and just take it. They are going to fight back. Sandy Alomar, he's a switch hitter. He's batting .253, no home runs, 12 RBIs. He wants to pull the ball. He's not going to bunt. He could bunt. He's a good bunter. But he just wants to pull the ball to the right side and get Aparicio to third. And it's a 1. And that's what he does. He hits it to the first baseman. Aparicio should advance easily. So there's now 1 away, and Aparicio is at third, and Pete Ward is up. Pete Ward is the best power hitter on the team. He has 15 home runs and 399 at bats. So if you take that over a full season, it's around 22. So he's a 22, should have a 22 home run card. He has a home run here, he has a home run here, home run here. So he has a few, and there's one here, partial home run. So definitely has a chance. It's the 4. That's once again Ted Lyons' bad part. Okay, it's 1 to 11. So if it's 1 to 11, we have a 2-1 game, and if it's 12 to 20, a line out, and the runner has to hold. It's a 5, so he has come through most of the series, Pete Ward. And he comes through again in Game 7 to drive in the run to make it a 2-1 ball game. Tommy McCraw. He needs a 3, he gets a 1. There's some stuff there, but not this time. It's not a double play, though. Sissel, he goes to second for the force, and that is it. McCraw. So let's see what kind of stolen base he has. He might as well try it. Here's the attempt at a stolen base. And he gets back. At least he's not thrown out. Dwayne Josephson, the catcher, batting .247 with 6 home runs, 45 RBIs. Lyons looks in. He looks at the runner. And here's the pitch. And it's a play on the shortstop, Kerr. He's a 4.25. 6 to 1 is going to be a hit. And he gets, so it won't be a hit, but he might get an error. It is an error. So Kerr makes an error, keeps the inning going. And it's first and second with 2 out for Leon Wagner. Wagner has a pretty decent card, looks to me. So he batted .261 with 1 homer and 24 RBIs. And it's on 1 column. There's some stuff there. Gets a base hit with 2 dashes. That should score the tying run. At least give him the option. He's going to send him. And we'll throw for the lead runner. And then we'll hold the trailing runner. I hate trying to outsmart myself. But he throws away for an error. So not only is the game tied, but the go-ahead run is at third base. Most of the games here have been 2-1 games in this series. This one cannot be 2-1 because it's already 2-2 in the first inning. Tommy Davis. He has the worst arm I've ever seen. He has a +4 arm. But he was always more known for his hitting with the Dodgers. And he gets a 5. There's not much there. That'll end the inning. Fly to right field. Jolly makes the play. And the score is 2-2 after one inning. Here's Red Barnes, the center fielder. Nothing there. Pops out to first. McCraw makes the play in fair territory. John Kerr. Here's Kerr. He made the error in the first inning. And he's going to strike out here. So Horland is settling down. He's not used to this kind of run support. He's used to a 2.49 runs per game, and he already has 2 today. He's in gravy train right now. He doesn't know what to do with all these runs. And Lions. And he has a shortstop possibility again. And this time he will not give up a base hit. Will he give up an error? Nope. So this time Aparicio makes the play, and the inning's over. So after 1.5, the score is tied at 2. Here's Ken Berry, the center fielder. 252 hitter with 7 homers and 32 RBIs. It's on the 4 again. That's going to be a theme. It was a theme in the last Strat-o-matic game we did, and now it's a theme here today. This time, however, it's going to be hit to Willie Cam. Willie Cam is a 235 fielder. He does not give up a hit, but he might give up an error, and he does. A lot of errors in that 35. So that's 3 miscues for Chicago this afternoon. 3 errors already. Here's Joe Horland. He is an A bunter, and he will bunt. No questions asked. That's steal, that's hold, that's intentionally walk. Here he is. Here's the bunter. And the corners are in, so here we go. 86%. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt's a beauty. No chance at second. Gets the sacrifice. Scoring position is Ken Berry for the man who doubled in the first inning, Louis Aparicio. He's 1 for 1, obviously. And he won't get a... Whoa, Watwood's not a good fielder, so there's 419. There's a lot there. I think the defense is going to be the downfall of the 1930 White Sox today, it looks like to me. And it's a base hit. And no error. So it's going to squeak through on the right side. And Berry scores from second, and the 1968 White Sox take the lead here in Game 7. Alomar. There's 1 out. Alomar will swing away. 3. And this is just as good as a bunt, as Watwood takes the ball himself to first, and Aparicio goes to second with 2 out, and Pete Ward singled and scored a run in the first inning. Or no, he drove in a run in the first inning. There it is, number 4 again. And it's a base hit again. And he probably will score another run. Send lead runner. And we'll throw for a 20. Hold. Here we go. Gotta get a 20 here. No, he throws the ball away for another error. That's the 4th error of the game, and we're only in the 2nd inning. It's a cruel, cruel game for the 1930 White Sox. Here's McCraw. 5. And that won't be an error. It's a fly out to right at the end of the inning. But 2 more runs for the 68s, and it's 4-2. So here's back to the top of the order, and Johnny Watwood. Horland is just smiling right now. He gets a base hit the one thing on his column that was good, and he's on with the leadoff base hit. And once again, we'll hold the runner. Here's Cam. He tripled last time. If he didn't bunt last time, he won't bunt this time. 2. He has to have an 8, 9, or 10. He has a 9. Base hit. So they're coming back. He will not go. Hold the runner. First and second for Carl Reynolds. Reynolds grounded out first time up. He has a 338 on base possibility and a 518 slugging. 4. That doesn't hurt as much as it does for Ted Lyons. He hits that 1. If we roll 6 or less, we got a base hit. We have a 4. Base hit. Goes through, and with Davis's +4 arm, we are going. Even if there's nobody out. And they'll stop the other runners from advancing, so it's 4-3. 4-3. This is going to be a barn burner, you can tell already. Here's Smead Jolly. He sacrificed flied in the first inning. Needs that 2 column. Oh, there's a home run possibility here if you can roll an 8. A 6. Rolls a 3. It's a pop out to center field, or pop out to short. No, second base. And the automatic infield fly rule is called, and Jolly is automatically out. Here's Benny Tate. Benny Tate with 1 out. He's got a good on-base percentage of, where is it? Oh, here it is. Well, we really can't tell. We have to look at his card to tell. It's 358. Not too bad. Hopefully he doesn't have much, I don't know, we're not the home team. Hopefully he doesn't have much in the way of double play. 46 is average, a little bit higher than average. Okay, here we go. It's 5. So it's a base hit with an 8 or less. Hit it, we roll a 14. It's fly ball to Wagner. And Wagner makes the play. Can of corn. And there's 2 away here in the 3rd inning. 4-3, 68 White Sox. But Bill Sissel is up. He reached, or he drove in, or he hit into a force play in the 2nd inning. And it's a line out to 3rd base. Pete Ward makes the play. Straight to him. So after 2.5, the 1930 White Sox get a run. They move into behind 1 run here in the 3rd inning. And it brings up Dwayne Josephson. Let's see if the 30s can play some defense for a change. 5. Ground ball to the Lions. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Leon Wagner. He singled and advanced on an error last time up. And easy fly ball to Red Barnes for 2 out. And Tommy Davis. Ooh, he hit that 9. And we got to roll a 10, so it's a line out and the inning's over. So after 3 complete innings, the score is 1933 and 1968 4. Red Barnes is up. He popped out last time. Run 5 and a ground ball to somebody, second base. Charged it and made a nice play. 1 away in the 4th. So things are starting to settle down a little bit. You can feel it. Here's Kerr. 4. Okay, here's Aparicio. Another play for him. He's 1 for 2 in fielding plays so far and makes a play here for the 2nd out easily. 1 bounce over to McCraw. Out of there. Ted Lyons, the pitcher. He has a 319 on base. In real life, he batted 311 with a homer and 15 RBIs, which was pretty good. Here it's an easy ground ball to McCraw. And that ends the inning after 3.5. 68's 4. 30's 3. Bottom of the 4th, Ken Berry. Not much there except for the defense. Pop out to short. So that should be easy, and it is. Kerr makes the play. Doesn't flub it up this time. 1 away. Joe Horland can't hit it all. Catcher has a possibility of something here. He could reach if it's 1-4, I believe. I don't think so this time, though. Pops it foul. And Tate makes the play at the rail. So 2 away for Aparicio, who's 2 for 2 today. A double and a single and an RBI. And he gets his pitch. And he gets a base hit. So a 2-out knocker for Aparicio. He's 3 for 3 today. We're holding him on. Here's Sandy Alomar, 0 for 2. And it's a play for Reynolds. He's probably the best fielder out there. So hopefully he can make the play here. Just don't... Ooh, that was close. Ah, he does. I think that's the first fielding check that the 30s have passed today. So it's 1, 2, 3, go the 68 White Sox, and after 4 complete, still 4-3 68 White Sox. Back to the top of the order. This is the last inning for Horland. Johnny Wetwood. And it's a fly ball to left field. Davis going back, and he makes the play. Can of corn. Here's Willie Cam. Cam is tripled and singled. And he's going to strike out. Yes, these pitchers have settled down. Second out of the inning for Carl Reynolds. He has ground out and singled and drove in one of the 30s runs. And he's going to strike out. So Horland finishes with a flurry here in the 5th inning. And we're halfway through this one, and it's 4-3. Here's Lyons' last inning. And he faces the middle of the order. There's Pete Ward, 6. Fly ball to left, C. Means it should be easy. 1 away. Tommy McCraw. He is forced out and flied out. 0 for 2. It's a 6. He's going to pop out to second base. Getting short and second base confused today. I don't know why. And here's Josephson. Josephson reached on an error. Big surprise. There's been 4 of them. And grounded out. He hits the pitch. This time it's to Willie Cam once again. Let's see if he can do better this time. Not give up an error. Okay, that's okay, but this is the big one. Oh, just avoided the error. Good job, Cam. So after 5, it's still 4-3. Turned into... This is really a game of 2 halves so far. First 3 innings, all runs, all craziness, and now we're just settled down. Maybe get ready for a flurry in the last 3 innings. So that's it for Horland. He's going to be facing 2 left-handers, so he will bring in probably Tommy John, I imagine. Tommy John sounds good to me. So here he is, Tommy John. It's always a debate whether John or Horland will start. And today they determined that Horland would start, but it could be either one. So here's John to face Smead Jolly. He's a .313 hitter, but he only has a 28% chance of getting on base right now because of the effectiveness of Tommy John. And he's got some stuff there. 5, 6, or 8 is what we need. We got a 7. Strikes out. Whiff. Benny Tate. He's 1 for 2. Singled and flied out. And he only has a 204% chance of getting on base here. Gets his column, though. And he gets a base hit, so 20% comes through here. Anything can happen in this game of baseball. Bill Sissel. Sissel, let's see, I'm going to look at his double play numbers. Sissel is 48. We don't want to hit into a double play, but he has some nice stuff here. We'll take a chance. 6. Strikes out. Second strikeout for John. And yes, he was a power hitter or power pitcher in his early days. Red Barnes. Maybe we should bring someone in for Barnes. I don't know. It's still early to start substituting players. 1, so he has some things there, but he strikes out. The third strikeout for John. 5.5, 4-3. So that's it for Lions. We have a left-hander and 2 right-hander, or left-hander, 2 right-handers, and a pinch hitter, if we get that far. So let's bring in Faber. Red Faber. is our pitcher. And here we go. Ground ball to the first baseman. Easy play. Watwood fields it. 1 out for Tommy Davis. Tommy Davis has a good column here, number 1. Let's void that one. He hits the 1. And he has a base hit. Up the middle. We will not hold him. He's no threat to steal. Ken Berry. Berry has reached on an error and popped out. Here's the pitch to Ken Berry. And oh, look, he hit the possible double here. So it's 16 or more we're looking for. We got a 20. It's base hit. I don't think he'll advance. Nope. So it's first and second with 1 out. And now we have a pinch hitter to face Red Faber. And of all these guys, who should we bring in? I don't think him. Gale Hopkins, you remember him? He's probably Carlos May. No, he's no good. Boy, they really don't have a lot of left-handers on the bench. So it's going to be Gale Hopkins, the best one they have. They have a chance to score some runs, so they're going to try to get some insurance here in the 6th inning. He has a good column, number 1. Hits the 4. And he walks him. Walks the bases loaded. For the top of the order, the 3-for-3 man, Louis Aparicio. Corners are in. I don't know about that. He's not going to bunt. So we will play for the double play. Set infield back. And here's the pitch. It's on his good column. He could go 4 for 4. In fact, it's pretty certain. So we're hoping for something higher than a 4. 9. Base hit to right. And 2 runs score, and it's 6-3, 68 White Sox. Red Faber does not do the job. We gotta hope for another double play here. Sandy Alomar. And there's another hit. Base hit for Alomar. 1 run scores. Aparicio goes to third. 7-3. And it's Pete Ward. And he hits another single possibility. Got to roll higher than an 8. 19. Line out. 2 away. But the damage has been done. Hey, Tommy McCraw. 5. He gets a base hit. He's going to score another run. Who are these guys? He's going to run for third. We'll just stop the other runner from advancing. So it's 8-3 now. And Dwayne Josephson. And mercifully, the inning is over. But not after 4 runs have scored, and this was a 1-run game, and now it's a 5-run game. So, in for 68s, they're facing Kerr, a pinch hitter, and Watwood. Doesn't really matter. Jerry Pretty, he's so pretty, will come into the game. And, yeah, that's it. So the 1930s are shocked here. Top of the 7th inning, Johnny Kerr is up. He gets his column. He walks. You need a lot of those if we're going to get back into this game. Okay, this feels kind of like the Phillies game. It was kind of similar. 5-run game going into the 7th inning, I think it was. Yeah, it was the 7th inning when they scored 9 runs. Can't count on that, though. And we'll bring in Buck Krause. Buck Krause. Lots of good things on his card. He is going to swing away. 6. We miss them all. shortstop possibility. So this is number 3 or 4 for Aparicio. I think it's number 4. And he passes that, and he passes that. Doesn't get the double play, but he gets the lead runner. So Kraus is a slow runner. We will pinch run for him. Pinch run, someone who's not going to have any hope of coming into this game. He might. Riddle, Klinger, Henline. What's your running speed? Henline, you run a 10. I don't know if that's much better. Moberg, 10. What does your card look like? You have anything there? Got a couple hits. All right, we'll leave the 9 in. Doesn't pay to go from 9 to 10. Watwood, 2 for 3. Scored 2 runs. Here's the pitch. Gets his column. Gets a walk. Good eye, Johnny. Or Cliff. Whichever you're called today. So first and second with 1 out for Willie Cam. He's doubled. No, he's tripled and singled. And struck out. That 1 column looks pretty good. It's the 5. That 9 looks nice. Don't hit it. Hit Barry. He's a good fielder. The best of the 3. So chances are he's going to make the play. And he does. So that's 2 out. And Cam is 2 for 4. Have chance to move up? No. Okay, here's Carl Reynolds. It's time for a 1-5. 1-5 is what we want. 2. No, I said 1. It's a center field question mark. That should end the inning. No 9 runs today. And that's it for 1930. Okay, let's see what it says today. In order to be credited with a victory in a regular season 9-inning game, a starting pitcher must have pitched at least 3, 4, or 5. Come on. It's got to be 5. Give us something challenging. All right. So the up 4 68s, Wagner, Davis, and Berry. Wagner, Davis, and Berry. Blankenship was the loser yesterday. Don't need a left-hander. Let's bring in the other Ed Walsh. Okay, not Big Ed Walsh, the other Ed Walsh. That could be Ed Walsh, the big Ed Walsh's picture, though. I'm not going to look, though. He's a +5. Doesn't hold runners very well. Could come into play. Okay, here's Leon Wagner. In the bottom of the 7th, 8-3, 1968 White Sox. Wonder if they ever scored 8 runs the whole season. Whitewood gets it for the out. As I talk about on the forum, this 68 White Sox team was the worst offensive team since 1920. From 1920 to 2018, they are the worst. And here today, however, they've scored 8 runs, which is why it's quite astounding, actually. Here's Tommy Davis. It shows anything can happen in this game of baseball. Reynolds, check for him. It's the second one of the day. Okay, that passed. Oh, right between the 2 errors, but he makes the play for the second out of the inning. Very nice play, yes. And with 2 out, it's Ken Berry. Ken Berry has singled, reached on an error, and popped out. And there's not much there. Fly ball to center field. Barnes should make the play. And he makes the play. So after 7 complete, 68 White Sox 8, 30 White Sox 3. That's it for Pretty. And we will bring in who? Gary Peters. Gary Peters, he deserves some playing time. He was one of the top starters on the team. He was an effective pitcher for the White Sox for many years in the 60s. Here's Sandy Alomar gets a defensive check and passes it with flying colors. One away here in the 8th. All right, Benny Tate. We should bring someone in for Tate. Because he's only a 257. See one of these guys who, he's a catcher, yes. Oh, but he's only a 125 man. Fothergill. Sure. Bring in Fothergill. We got to get something going here. Bob Fothergill. Yes, a lot of nice things here. And he has a 399. Much better. Okay, let's roll the dice. Oh, it's not even on his card. It's on Peter's card. And he strikes out. Nice throwing. What was a curveball? Doesn't tell us. Sissel with 2 out here in the 8th. 6. Ground ball. Another Sandy Alomar check. 2nd of the inning. He passed that. And he passes that. So that's the 3rd out of the inning. Thanks to Sandy Alomar. So we got to bring in a catcher now. We'll bring in Mo Berg. See if Fothergill's a decent fielder. No, not really. So we will bring in Mo Berg. He will catch. And that's it for Ed Walsh. Now we'll bring in Caraway. Okay, and Peters will come. Who will be hitting for Peters? Melton. Oh, okay, Held. Sure, why not? Held. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the 8th inning. And he gets the walk. Rolls the 12 and gets the walk. Not a good way to start. Aparicio, 4 for 4. Can he go 5 for 5? He could if he rolls a 1, 2, or 3. No, 2, 3, or 4. And he rolls a 1. So he does go for 5 for 5. He has 4 singles and a double. And we'll hold. What a day for Aparicio. Alomar. There hasn't been a double play in this game, I don't think. Popped out to short. For the first out of the inning, Pete Ward. What kind of fielder is Pete? He is a 429. Is there... No, with a 5-run lead, being, give someone else a chance to play. Hansen. Okay, Hansen, you're gonna get an at bat. And he gets his column, but here's the first double play of the game. No, there was another one, I think. I could be wrong. So that's the end of the 8th inning. That means Hansen will stay in the game to play third base. And we will let Hoyt Wilhelm finish her off. He faces Red Barnes, Johnny Kerr, and a pinch hitter. Not much hope there if you see Hoyt Wilhelm coming to the game. Strikeout. 1 away. We're going to bring a pinch hitter for Kerr. Bring in somebody like Campbell. Or someone like Riddle. Someone who has an extreme Appling. Sure, we'll bring in Appling, the rookie. Give him an at-bat. Luke Appling will come in. He's got a nice 2 column. See if we can hit it. We do. And he gets a double. His playoff debut. And he strokes one in for a double. Nice play for the rookie. Here's a pinch hitter. Now we can bring in Campbell for the fun of it, to admire his card. Nice 3 column for Bruce Campbell. Gets the 4. There's a few things there, though. Is that 11 or 1? No, it's a 1. We have to roll a 1 to get a base hit. We roll a 2. Not quite. 2 away here in the 9th. Wetwood is 2 for 3 with a walk. Last hope. He throws it away. Wild pitch to Hoyt. It's the knuckleballer. Got away from him. And Appling goes to 3rd. Another chance for Wetwood. And he walks to keep the inning alive. Need a few more base runners. And that is Willie Cam. Willie Cam is 2 for 4. When he back in the first, when he hit that triple, it looked like a really good game this would be, but hasn't turned out that way. Okay, we need a 8, 9, or 10. And we have a 10. Base hit. Appling scores, and Wetwood will go to 3rd. Stop the other runner from advancing. And the tying run is in the on-deck circle. Carl Reynolds is up. He is 1 for 4. Needs that 1 column. Got the 6 column. There's not much there. Fly ball to center field. This should do it. And they have this pretend there's a foul ball thing. There it is. Fly ball. Barry has it. And the game is over. Congratulations to the 1968 White Sox. You win the series against your fellow White Sox of 1930. Get the box score. And there it is. So, best hitter was Willie Cam. He was 3 for 5. And the best hitter, there's no doubt, for the 68 White Sox is Louis Aparicio, who is 5 for 5 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. The winner is Joe Harlan. And the loser is Ted Lyons. Well, we've seen the White Sox. 4 of the 1968 White Sox will advance, and 3 of the 1930 will advance as well. So we'll see them again. Hope you enjoyed today's game. It wasn't close, but still, baseball is always great. And with that, this is King Icky Boo signing off from Comiskey Park, where next series we will see is the Brave franchise. The Boston Braves, or sometimes they're called the Boston Bees, versus the Atlanta Braves of 1968 and Hank Aaron. Until then, signing off, this is King Icky Boo from Comiskey Park. Have a good evening, everybody.